Many people do not know what I'm about to say, but I'm going to speak my own truth. And the Senate President is allowed to counter that. He held my hand and said he wanted to show me around his house. And then I noticed that he hastened his pace while still holding my hand. He said, now that you're a senator, I'm going to create a time for us to come spend quality moments here. You will enjoy it.
Right, so we all listened to what Senator Natasha has said and the allegation of the Senate President making advances towards her and her refusing the advances, that this might be the reason why AKPABIO have been poking her in the house, and then AKPABIO have been trying so hard to frustrate her. So basically, that's what I understood by everything.
Ogoni woman, the only Nigerian woman that has slapped his face.
Why did you slap him? Why did you slap him?
He slapped him because of his plan B. He thought that he could, since he couldn't get me to take that money, he thought that plan B, if it could come up on me, he didn't know that I'm a Port Harcourt girl.
Sir, order 10 on privileges.
Any
senator may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice. A motion declaring that the content of breach of privilege has been...
Hello everybody, welcome back to Plan B TV News. It is no longer news that the Senate President is a woman molester. According to the women that are accusing him. Now, a lot of you have heard about the backlash between Senator Natasha and the Senate President, Senator AKPABIO. Most of you who didn't understand how this backlash or all this story dragging of each other started is what we are going to be deliberating on in this particular video. But first of all, and I want you guys to watch these particular videos of Arise TV News on how they make breakdown. We'll be right back to deliberate on certain issues and how VDM as well and Senator Natasha and other women are voicing out these issues have caused misreaction between the reasonable Nigeria and the unreasonable women who are defending the Senate President. And I want you guys to watch this video. We'll be right back.
Order, please.
Distinguished Chief Whip of the Senate, your point of order is sustained.
Order, please.
Nice to speak from there. That is the order of the Senate.
Sir, order 10 on privileges.
Any
senator may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice. A motion declaring that the content of breach of privilege has been...
that allows suspension immediately.
After the dispute that happened in the Senate House between Senator Natasha and the Senate President, I want you to hear directly from Senator Natasha herself what she is saying, that the Senate President trying to sexually harass her. Like when I heard the word, I said, the Senate President, the third citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. When I heard the word, I said, no, it cannot be. But read what it is. I want you guys to watch the video.
The sitting arrangements. I walked into the chambers that morning. I signed my attendance sheet. And I was walking straight to my usual seat, which is the last seat by the door, like at the topmost last seat by the aisle. So, and then I was told by one of the sergeant at arms that, oh, ma'am, that is no longer your seat. You are now sitting at the far end there. And I was like, since when? They said, well, that's what the Senate President instructed. I was like, I was in chambers yesterday, which was Wednesday. I've not been notified. Why did you change my seat? What reason? I'm comfortable here. I'm okay here. I wasn't notified to that. So I was upset. And then I said I refused to move to the new seat. I don't even know what the new seat is. I don't even know the number. I don't know. But they told me it was the last seat, appointed the last seat at the far end. So then the procession came. The president walked in to the seat, and then the rest was shown online. I was already told, by the way, that I should gently move. Some senators messaged me that I should please adhere to the change and move to my seat because that was a trap, a setup. And I was like, I was trying to understand what trap, what setup. At that point, the minority leader, Senator Abamoro, walked up to me. And he told me, Natasha, please just obey. Just go to that seat. And I'm like, no, sir. You are my leader. You should speak for me. I am not aware that my seat has been changed. And I believe I should be given a chance. Maybe they should explain to me why my seat was changed. Maybe I can also explain why, if they could maybe consider leaving me here, that I'm not moving. He said, he pleaded with me that I should please move to the other seat and not explain that we could address it later. And I said, sir, I have hit these chambers. I have complained, and you have witnessed several of my privileges, me being maligned several times, and you never stood up for me. So no, I am not moving there because I do not trust that if I move, this matter will be addressed. So I am going to raise it on the floor. That was what I told my leader, who is the leader of the minority, Senator Abamoro. And then he walked. So after that, I was about to be... Then the minority whip now read the rules that I have broken the Senate rule by not adhering to my seat change.
Allocation,
and that was when, at the time the Senate president was about to read my seat allocation. At the time the Senate president was about to read, because the next thing he was going to do was to read my suspension because I failed to adhere to that. But he had already made some statements that, Senator, the whip was... Hold on.
Yes, it's just that we have to manage. Senator Natasha. Yes, ma'am. I'm so sorry, but we had to manage our time, and part of the question.
Okay, so you might. So at that point, I knew I had to read Order 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to read Order 10. Now, what is Order 10? Many people don't understand. So now, Order 10 is is an SOS for every senator who feels their rights and privileges have been breached. So and permit me to quickly read what Order 10 here means. Any senator may rise at any time to speak upon a matter of privilege suddenly arising, and he shall be prepared to move without notice a motion declaring that a contempt or breach of privilege had been committed. Now, here it is. It does not say I cannot read that order in that place. Whenever a senator feels that their rights have been trifled upon, I have the right, even if I'm laying on the floor, wherever a senator is in that place. This order book does not say Order 10 should be read from a particular seat.
Okay, Senator Natasha, let me come in here.
I have no right to speak from that seat, that I should speak from my new seat.
Yes.
The Senate President aired. Hold on, please. This is a very important point.
Okay.
The Senate President himself made a mistake by not allowing me to speak on that Order 10. In February, I wanted to move a motion. I wanted to move a motion for the investigation on the ills of corrupt practice in Ajakuta Steel Company. I listed that motion 5 times. It was the 6th time that it was listed on the order paper that was approved. Many senators can testify to that. Each time the motion is listed, just before he takes it, he will say, oh, Senator Natasha, we can't take this motion because the board of the Senate does not accommodate it. Or he will speak on others and then let it drag so that just before my motion is taken, the time will be well spent. So he kept on doing that. I went to him in his office. And I said, Senate President, you know how important this Ajakuta Steel Company to me is. You know how important it is to my people and to Nigerians. I've noticed that you have stepped down this motion. As a matter of fact, a number of senators told me, go and see him and plead with him so that he would take it. I was like, sir, please, why can't you take this motion? It's very important. It's been listed. Then it was listed the 3rd time and stepped down. He then said, Natasha, I'm the chief presiding officer of the Senate. You can enjoy a whole lot if you take care of me and make me happy. At that point, I said, sir, I'll pretend that I didn't hear this. He said, well, the ball is in your court. I left his office, and when I got home, I told my husband, I didn't tell my husband what happened. I just told my husband, please, can you speak to the Senate President to allow my motion scale through? I think I also spoke to the DSP, to the leader, Senator Pemi. I spoke to a number of senators that they should please intervene and allow him to laugh. I never told them what happened. My husband had to take a trip to London. Then the Senate President traveled to London. My husband met with the Senate President in London and pleaded with him. Let my wife take this motion on Ajakuta. That is very important to her.
Okay. All right, Senator
Natasha. He said, okay, that he did not take it because he was protecting me. Hold on, please. He didn't take it because he was protecting me. Protecting me from what? Anyway, at the time my demotion was taken, it was the Deputy Senate President, His Excellency Barao, that actually sat. The Senate President stood up and walked out. So it was Senator Barao that actually took. Many people do not know what I'm about to say, but I'm going to speak my own truth. And the Senate President is allowed to counter that. It all started on the 8th of December, 2023, which was a day before his birthday and my birthday. We are birthday mates. We were all in Akwa Ibom because he had a big fanfare in the stadium. Myself, my husband, and a few of his close friends, we went to Akwa Ibom. And at first, we were at Ikot Ekpene. We were in his house in Ikot Ekpene. Then we all moved to his house in Uyo, which was about 8 p.m. And he held my hand and said he wanted to show me around his house. My husband was walking behind us, just 3 of us. We're walking around from room to room. He showed me the beautiful interior. This was done by this, by that, this designer here, he bought this from us. Like, oh, it's beautiful. And then I noticed that he hastened his pace while still holding my hand. And my husband was behind, still on his phone, but he was catching up whenever he could. And then he got to this particular sitting room, and he said, "Do you like my house?" I said, "Of course, sir. Every room, beautiful, nice interior, quality taste." He said, "Now that you're a senator, I'm going to create a time for us to come spend quality moments here. You will enjoy it." At that point, I just pulled away, and I was like, I don't really understand what exactly that meant. But then my husband now, when I turned around, I saw my husband was already near me, and the way my husband looked at me and looked at him, I was beginning to wonder, did he hear part of that inciting statements or not? And then the Senate President, too, I saw that he also had that thought, like, did my husband hear the invitation to treat or not? So then the Senate President now said, "Oh, by the way, let me show you my chapel." He has a chapel in his house as well. So while we were going to the chapel, you know, we walked in silence and all. So that evening, before we left the Senate President's house at about 11 midnight to the 4 points in Ikot Ekpene. And my husband asked me, "Natasha, what did the Senate President whisper to you? What's he telling you?" I thought, should I tell him that he was speaking about bringing me in here at a special time for us to have a good time? Or should I just kill it there, wrap it as if there was nothing? Because tomorrow was a big day. I know how much my husband adores the Senate President. He loves him as a brother. My husband would do anything to support him. So I told my husband, nothing. I can't remember what I created, but I just gave him some words to manage, to mask what was said. When we laid in bed, I lay to my right, and my husband wrapped his arms around me, and he said, "My love, you know you can't tell me anything. What did the Senate President tell you?" Again, I was like, "Don't you believe me?" I said, "Nothing. Nothing. Moreover, it's my birthday in a few minutes. Let's just be happy." Then my husband told me he doesn't want to see me travel out of the country alone, and I should not go to the Senate President's house because he has a guest house where many senators do go there, you know, after office to like get approvals and all that.
Why she makes this particular video? Everybody were just accusing her, "Oh, you are lying. Why did you say this?" Everybody were giving their own 2 cents. Everybody are giving their own opinion about it. But it is your opinion, just like my own personal opinion. Everybody's opinion counts depending on what she wants to believe. Until it happens to you, you will not believe it. But I want you guys to watch how VDM also trooped in his own opinion about this. We'll be right back.
Then my husband told me he doesn't want to see me travel out of the country alone, and I should not go to the Senate President's house because he has a guest house where many senators do go there, you know, after office to like get approvals and all that.
All right, so we all listened to what Senator NATASHA said and the allegation of the Senate President making advances towards her and her refusing the advances, that this might be the reason why AKPABIO have been poking her in the house, and then AKPABIO have been trying so hard to frustrate her. So basically, that's what I understood by everything. Now, here's the thing, right? If AKPABIO did that, that is wrong. You understand? Because it's interfering with the progress of the country by maybe distracting her or maybe poking her. 100. Mio, I still think this is personal and they should figure it out. Now, for Senator NATASHA, Me, the one they wait for. Now make you just bring allegation of say, okay, yes, in mismanage funds, in divert funds, you know, waiting that they use senatorial house do, they take they fraud Nigeria, when do they make Nigeria grow? Once you just start down like this, now me go first enter line for protests. So that AKPABIO go come out. You understand? But for now, we still personal matter, right? Which I think you people should still resolve. I saw the lawsuit, defamation, and all that. Here's what I think, yeah? The lawsuit will not fly. The lawsuit will not fly. Not because I don't think the law does not work, but because of his position, yeah? Now you know how they don't defame you. Now you know how they don't spoil your name, 100. Me, I did bias on this matter, and I'm biased because I did on your side, while I still they face reality, right? That defamation suit of 100 and how many billion they say they won't put safe. You know go fly. You know go fly. That's the Senate president. You know go fly. You know go fly. But then again, I beg, Senator Natasha, me I dey pray. Say as you dey talk all these things, you could just talk, say AKPABIO collect so thing. AKPABIO do so thing. AKPABIO now big protest go follow him. AKPABIO must go with that too. Because I get one or two things where AKPABIO they do, you know, where we not really like, but we just need one thing we're gonna make us stand. You understand? But for now, saying one knock you, all those ones, you know, yes, he's your husband's friend, according to what I heard. He's your husband's friend. You're not supposed to do that, because why you go on knock your guy man wife? You understand? But you know one thing about people who get money, now then they start a lot of crazy things, because you see all these agege, all this sleeping with Peking or with small children and all that. It started with a bored rich man. So maybe if your allegations are true, maybe AKPABIO was bored. Do you understand? And again, don't be say you the accuser and say in do forceful entry on you, in seek your consent. You understand? In want parole you, but it was disrespectful. Because it's now becoming like, okay, like say AKPABIO, they like using office, they oppress or take advantage of women, which is very, very wrong. That should not be coming from the office of the Senate president. AKPABIO, that's, if you did all these things Senator Natasha is accusing you of, it's an embarrassment to Nigeria as a whole. But please, Senator Natasha, I pray, make you just establish, say, bam, see what this man they do where make Nigeria know they grow. Oh boy, men don't enter shit with that now. By then, they go learn, and they will learn in the hard way. We now waiting to promote Nigeria. We know we are patriotic citizens, and that's it. This and that, don't play.
Found from the other lady who also said that she was one time molested and harassed by the Senate president, and she is the first lady to even slap the Senate president, and that called for it.
The only Nigerian woman that has slapped his face.
Why did you slap him? Why did you slap him?
He slapped him because of his plan B. He thought that he could, since he couldn't get me to take that money, he thought that plan B, if it could come up on me, he didn't know that I'm a Port Harcourt girl. Port Harcourt girls are not moved by money, by somebody telling me that you make me a substantive MD. The Port Harcourt girls are
Can we clarify this? Because this is, we can't gloss over. What is the plan B? He came up on you. What exactly does that mean?
We were having a meeting. AKPABIO's meeting with me is either in Apple or at Meridian or whatever. Those are his meetings. I slapped him.
Well, Joy, are you accusing Senator AKPABIO of attempted rape? Is that the point you are making?
Harassment sounds better, not rape.
Okay, so you are accusing him expressly of harassment?
Yes, I am accusing him.
So, if there's any other news regarding to this issue, I'll be right back to give you guys. But for the meantime, I want you guys to comment your thoughts. What do you guys think about this Senator Natasha? Do you believe her that the Senate president tried to sexually harass her and in the presence of her husbands and that? Or do you also believe the other lady who is just voicing out right now? Do you believe the Senate president saying that she not get hand in none of this? Do you believe? Please, I will be waiting for you guys in the comment section. In the meantime, the Senate at large are doing everything within their strength to quench this infect, demanding for his resignation because he is a Senate president that harass women. Anyway, I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section. Until we meet again, please stay tuned with Plabi TV. If it is your first time of coming across our content, please, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you enjoy our content, please subscribe. If you do, turn on your notification bell so that you wouldn't miss out our future uppost. Until we meet again, for all our returning subscribers who time to time watch our video, please, may God continue to bless you for your great support toward this channel. I pray that whatever you desire good from God, God grant it for you in an easy way. You will never lack money, and I appreciate you for your great support. Please, I'll be waiting for you guys in the comment section. Don't forget to like this video, comment your thoughts in this video. Above all, please share this video to all the streaming platforms that you know you can help to grow this particular video. All right, see you in our next video. Bye.